It's Mock Draft Monday. Let's get it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm RD, flying solo tonight. Hey, I said I was going to start doing mock drafts. It was supposed to be a month ago. Here we are in April. I was going to do it on the first Monday of the month. I'm finally getting around to it. It has been a crazy month today. And, of course, the eclipse today down here in Dallas. So we were screwing around quite a bit, just in complete awe of, how it just got so dark at 1:30 in the afternoon. Anyways, so tonight, we're just going to go through a mock draft. I want to see where people are going right now, just at like consensus. And then, we'll follow up after the NFL draft, I think, which is in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, up in Detroit. So that's what we're going to start with. Now, usually I'd be on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook ain't acting right. So here we are, YouTube and Twitter. All right. We're going to be using Fantasy Pros. I like Sleeper, Fantasy Pros. I mean, really, all the ones I've used for mock drafts have been great. My go-to is Fantasy Pros or Sleeper. And we're going to do, obviously, the 2024 season. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll get into some Dynasty. We'll see. But we're going to do PPR, Snake Draft, basic opponent pick logic, whatever. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And then, we're going to randomize the settings here. Let's do this. There we go. How about that? Not bad? Okay. So this is where you go through your settings and whatnot. So you have your league type, your scoring, your draft type. You can actually sign in and sync up your leagues, which is really cool. Number of teams, let's do 12 just because. And you got draft position. You can pick whatever. I usually randomize it, but I'll randomize it tonight. But going forward, I'm either going to pick the first, the middle, or the end. And I did make some updates here to the roster. You'll see right there. Most leagues that I'm in, I have a QB, 2 RBs, 3 receivers, a tight end, a kicker, defensive player, a flex. Now, the Strike Up Beer League, the fantasy league that we have here is a super flex league, which is really wild. And we're going to leave 6 bench players in here. It should go still pretty fast because it's obviously against a bunch of bots and automated just, rankings and whatnot. Let's go ahead and randomize our position here. And it looks like we're on 11th. Okay, so we went from 1st to 11th. Nice. And the cool thing about it, you set your position, your values and things like that. Oh, you got to upgrade to unlock all that. But pick clock, start your draft, and then you're off to the races. And let's go ahead. Let's start it. All right. So as you see here, it goes so damn fast. I would like to actually talk about it for like 5 seconds. So CMC went first, CeeDee Lamb second, Bijan Robinson. Why I say BJ? Tyreek Hill, Chase, Jefferson, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then here I am on the clock. Looking at Garrett Wilson, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Jonathan Taylor. In PPR, I understand that people want to get receivers early and things like that. I don't know about Garrett Wilson. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be actually playing football next year or what. I don't know. And I love Puka Nacua, but as my first pick, I can't really see it. I think I'm going to go out of my way here, and y'all can just roast the hell out of me if you want, because I do have available like Jonathan Taylor, Kyren Williams, he was awesome last year, Saquon Barkley. But I'm going to go. Let's just do this. I just can't trust the Jets receiver. I can't. So we're going to draft Jonathan Taylor, and so we should be able to pick up. Let's see who goes next. Kyren Williams. I was hoping to kind of grab him next. Puka, and then I'm back on the clock. Still, Garrett Wilson still there. No shock there. Devontae Adams, I can't do it. Saquon's in Philly with 80 other running backs. You know what? It's way too soon. This is where you kind of get stuck because I love DJ Moore, but Fields is gone. Laporta had a phenomenal year last year. Can he continue? I don't know. If I could have got Kyren Williams there, I would have took him. I would have took him. I would have took Puka in the second. I'm not going to. I love Devontae Adams. He used to be like my keeper every single year. I love Devontae Adams. Saquon Barkley, like I said, it's just a crazy backfield. Let me go. I'll split it. We'll do Brandon Ayuk, so we'll get a good receiver. We'll get a WR1 and a RB1. There we go. Now the waiting game. So it's going to fly, and we'll scroll up as soon as all these picks are made because it's very quick. As you're watching on the screen, if you're listening to this on Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can see the video of this on YouTube. So let's scroll all the way back up to where we made our pick. And then, so A-Chain, DJ Moore, Wilson finally went off the board, 205. Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Cooper Kupp, Nico Collins, Josh Jacobs, Harrison, Josh Allen. So they already got rookies in here. Rashee Rice goes in the third round to start the third round. Stephon Diggs, Pacheco, Barkley, Keenan Allen, Drake London, Michael Pittman, Deebo Samuel, Sam Laporta went. Tank Dell, which if I had him there, yeah, I would have. Dude, Tank Dell is really freaking good. All right, I'm trying to. You know what? I'm moving this around because I didn't want to be looking away from the camera the entire time. But I feel like if we get this screen under control, we'll be able to see more. Right there, we go. I think that's a good lineup right there. All right, so we have available Mike Evans, Travis Etienne, Travis Kelce, Jalen Hurts. Those are what's being recommended to us, suggested to us. I can't go Travis Kelce. As much as I loved him in the past, he's just getting a little long in the tooth. And personally, I think Mike Evans is going to have a hell of a year. So let's go ahead and lock down our second receiver. And then we'll see who comes off the board. Waddle, Etienne, and then back to me. Again, we have Jalen Hurts here, Travis Kelce, Rachaad White, DK Metcalf. I don't want to double up on Bucks. I mean, am I crazy here? I don't want to double up on Bucks. You know what? I'm going James Cook running back. I think so. I'm going to go James Cook, Buffalo. Love the kid. And, I mean, DK Metcalf, you're getting some value here. I mean, you're talking the fourth round, but I'm getting a starting running back in the fourth round as well. And it would make 2 solid running backs, 2 solid receivers. That's who we're drafting. Oh, I like who popped up on my screen as next up, Mr. CJ Stroud, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on kind of who to pick up. All right, let's scroll all the way back. After I took, man, we got to go way back. DK went right after James Cook. DK, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Mark Andrews, Devontae Smith, Amari Cooper, Rachaad White, T. Higgins, and then in the 5th round, we got Zay Flowers, Kenneth Walker, Christian Kirk, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon. Oh, my boy, Joe Mixon. I can't wait to go. I'm going to go down to Houston and watch it play. Alvin Kamara, Spears, Stevenson, which is, right there. I think that was it's a good pickup. Malik Neighbors. And then here we are on the clock. So far on our roster, we've got 2 receivers and we have 2. Here's something I'm very intrigued at right now. I think we're picking up CJ Stroud in the 5th round. I think that's pretty decent. Now, Dak Prescott's out there. Average ADP at 78, number 57 overall. I think maybe we could move on to somebody else. I like Trey McBride in this position. That would really help us out as far as closing out a number 1 tight end. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Trey McBride. We're going to pass on CJ Stroud, even though I think he's going to have another great year, like phenomenal year, but we get a stud tight end right now, right here, right now. Let's lock that in. And obviously it's going to come back around to me. So I might be able to get Stroud right here, but which, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I just said that I was going to be able to get Dak, but if you're looking at the next tier of guys, Dak's not going to be there. So either I go Dak now or I go CJ Stroud. It's a contract year. He's not under contract with Dak's not. I think CJ Stroud, it's a coin flip for me. So use your best caution or your best judgment on that. And we're going to go CJ Stroud. There we go. So we've got our quarterback. We've got our 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a good tight end. We're looking for a wide receiver 3 and some flex. Let's go ahead and go all the way back up. Yep, there goes. All right, so after Stroud, this is in the 6th round. You got Montgomery, Pickens, Connor, Richardson, Ridley, Dak Prescott right there, Nick Chubb, Scary Terry, Najee Harris, Austin Eckler, and then on to the 7th round, you got Jaden Reed, Dalton Kincaid, which if I wanted to not go for a McBride there, I absolutely could have kind of kicked the can down the road a little bit, but Kincaid obviously wasn't going to be there. But I thought it was great last year. He was a hell of a pickup off the waiver wire when Knox went out, and he's a bona fide threat, obviously. Joe Burrow, 703, then Kittle, Smith, and Jigba, Williams, Godwin, Robinson, Addison, Brock Bowers, and then we're on the clock, 7-11. And like I said, we're trying to put in some, a wide receiver 3, some flex. I mean, how do I feel about DeAndre Hopkins? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. And obviously they're showing like average ADP for DeAndre Swift is like 111. I don't know about him in Chicago. I just don't know. I could have waited as well for my other guy, Evan Ingram here. Evan Ingram. I think he's great. And also Jordan Love's over here, ranked number 76, average ADP of 86. So there were some other quarterbacks that I think Jordan Love's going to have a great year. I'm talking a little too much. So let's get to picking. Need a receiver. I mean, it's either it's DeAndre Hopkins, Deontay Johnson, Marquise Brown. Yeah, let's go DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I've talked myself into it. With my and of course, Evan Ingram goes right off the board, and then Kyler Murray. And here we are again looking at DeAndre Swift, DeAndre Johnson, Marquise Brown, and Jalen Warren. I could get cute here and get my backup quarterback, grab Jordan Love. But I'd be every week. I would sit there and try to figure out who I'm going to start, or I could use one of them for trade bait. Obviously, and you got Justin Herbert about to come out here. Tua still hasn't been drafted, so yeah. I mean, there's plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. Let me go ahead and I'll do DeAndre Swift, and even though I don't really like it, but let's do it. Why not? Jordan Love goes next. Raheem's it just goes too fast for me to read. All right, we're gonna scroll all the way back up again. Jordan Love, Mostert, Warren, Johnson, Brown, Herbert. Herbert goes back to back. Zamir White, Brock Purdy, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Chase Brown, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Chandler. I always say Charbonnet, but it's Charbonnet. Sutton, Hubbard, Myers, Singletary, and Williams. Man, all right. That's not a bad pick in 9-10. So what we have here now is we're looking for bench players, some quality ads. To be honest with you, I think Zach Moss being this low is insane. I'm not taking Mike Williams because one, I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Two, he hasn't played a full season. I don't know how long. Josh Downs, great receiver out of Indianapolis, but yeah, you know what? And I like Roschon Johnson. I do. I don't know why I like the Bears so damn much, but I do. Let's go Zach Moss here. I think it's a good pick. He's starting running back as of right now out of Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. And then here it comes back around. Obviously, like I just said, I'm not taking Mike Williams. Jerome Ford would be a pretty good pickup here, but I think I'm stacked on running backs at the moment. Don't really need them. Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, I think Jerry Jeudy would be a good pickup here. I really do. Or Adam Thielen. But I think Thielen might come back around. We'll see. But let's go Jerry Jeudy. He's over in Cleveland. Watch these numbers just trickle on down. It's so damn. You know what? If I had this pick in like real life, you're just kind of sitting around with nothing to do. Shakir goes next, then Ford, Pitts, Gibson, Mike Williams, Miller, Shaheed, Samuel, Dotson, Njoku, Corum, McLaughlin. Thielen finally went at 11:03. Algier, Pierce, Palmer, Gabe Davis, Trey Benson, Dallas defense. Someone picked the defense in the 11th round. And more power to him, I guess. Miles Sanders, and then now I'm on the clock. Let's go ahead and we'll pause for a second. As you can see to the left here, this is where you can see your current roster, right? We have CJ Stroud, Jonathan Taylor, and James Cook for our starting running backs. Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, and DeAndre Hopkins as our starting receivers. Trey McBride in the tight end slot. Flex at the moment, DeAndre Swift. Then we have Zach Moss and Jerry Jeudy on the bench. So right now, we're really good as far as we have a balanced team, running backs and receivers. So if this is somewhere where you want to go pick up somebody, it's obviously going to be a bench player with some upside. I mean, Brandon Cooks is like the third receiver out there. I'd almost like to go Gus Edwards. He's a Charger now, right? But I think Brandon Cooks, you know what? Maybe we'll do this. We'll grab Cooks and then we'll grab Gus on the wraparound. He should be there. All right. Wicks went after Cooks, and then Ferguson went after Wick to start off the 12th round. Ferguson was the first to go. We're going to grab Gus. There we go. More balance to the team. Running backs and receivers. I need to get me a QB, I think, a backup QB in this round. And give me a second because I got to scroll back up, obviously. Goddard, Elliott, Schultz, Baltimore defense off the board, Quentin Johnston, A.J. Dillon, Hawkinson, Robinson, Kmet, Mitchell, Musgrave, Fields. Justin Fields actually left 13-01. So that's Musgrave kicked off the 13th round. Waller, Thomas, Elijah Moore, Freiermuth, J.K. Dobbins, Franklin, Coleman, Tua. That's what got me. I was going to pick Tua here, and someone got him in one pick before me. And I would to get Tua in the 13th round is insane. That is value beyond value. Now I'm looking at the people we have out here. You know, you have it's recommending right now tier 8. It's recommending Trevor Lawrence. Then you have Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Matt Stafford. Now for me, oh damn it, I know I didn't just draft. Okay, good. I'm looking at Jared Goff. He scored 283 points last year, number 11, right? You got Stafford. He scored 250 points. He was number 20. I think with this high-powered offense that Goff has. Lawrence, he just had an off year. He really did. Points number 9, 294. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Goff. We'll go Goff. We'll get our second quarterback here. Lock that up. And then that'll finish off the 13th round. Trevor Lawrence went after him, and then Elijah Mitchell. I'm back on the clock. I'm kind of curious about, let's say, we're in the 14th round. Do you guys start going after kickers, or you just kind of leave them be? You know, you can get the Niners defense right now. I'm kind of just like, well, I mean, I've got 5 more picks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have 5 more picks? Oh boy. You know, I've done this before where I'm like, you know, I'm just going to make a call, and I'm going to pick winners, you know, and let's go ahead and draft the 49ers defense. Just get it out of the way. Rico Dowdle just went. Yeah, we're going to get out of that. We'll pick a kicker here. Oh, there goes the kickers. Kickers have been broken. Jake Elliott, Harrison Buck, and Tyler Bass, Fairbairn. No, we're going to wait now. So, we'll scroll back up. Apologies. Rico went Lloyd, Brooks, Douglas, Gainwell, Williams, Daniels, Madison, Mitchell, Allen, Cleveland. Justin Tucker was the first kicker at 1502. Then you got New Jersey. I always say the Jersey Jets. Buffalo, Kansas City, Miami, Kirk Cousins, Aubrey. I would have liked Aubrey. I think that's what I was kind of looking at. I was looking at him. I was looking at Justin Tucker, but they just didn't have a great – he just didn't do what he usually does, right? Worthy, Sanders, and then it's back on me. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I would say at this point, I'm going to go get Trey Sermon. I think he's the backup in Indianapolis. Let me see real quick. I do want to check because, all right, Jonathan Taylor and Trey Sermon. I'm going to get my handcuff right now, draft him, and then it's going to bounce back around to me. Philadelphia went next, Harrison Butker, and then now it's telling me to pick a kicker. Yeah, we'll go Jake Elliott. You know, he scored 164 points last year. There was a trying to think of the kicker that I was really trying to target. Scored a ton of points last year, but we'll go Jake Elliott. Oh, and then there you go. That's your draft. So here's my team. A+. You're damn right, A+. Got a QB, CJ Stroud. Starting running backs, Jonathan Taylor and James Cook. Oh, I can't move it because it'll move it on the screen. Starting receivers, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins. Tight end, Trey McBride. Flex, Swift. BSTs, 49ers. Got the kicker, Jake Elliott. Here's the bench. I love this bench. We got Zach Moss, starting running back. He'll actually play before I play DeAndre Swift. You got Jerry Jeudy, starting receiver. Brandon Cooks, number 3 receiver on the Cowboys. Gus Edwards, which is he going to start in LA? I don't know. Jared Goff, perfect backup. He could be the starter. Depends if Stroud's got a tough matchup or something like that. And then Trey Sermon, my handcuff for a running back that I know that gets hurt. You know, there you go. It's that easy to do a mock draft. And, you know, it says see your draft grade. I'm assuming that the A+ is not what I got. But I'm going to give myself an A+ because this is a solid freaking team. Hey, you know what? I'm RD. We're going to be doing this, like I said, once a month, Mondays until we get into like the summer months, and we'll probably kick them up a little bit more, probably twice a month or something like that. But I want to get one in before the NFL draft, and we're going to do one after the NFL draft, hopefully the first weekend of May. But I'm going to try to aim for 7 p.m. on Mondays. Obviously, it's way too early to, see what's going on, put out our rankings and things like that. But, you know, it's I joined a couple dynasty leagues and it already got the juices flowing for fantasy football. And I'm excited, to be honest. I really am. So this is SB Fantasy Football Podcast. Make sure you like, share, rate us. We're available wherever you listen to your podcast. You can catch the video of this on YouTube. Hey, I'm RD. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next time. Bye.